everyone, it's Tammy, and today we're going to be making a slow cooker. Actually, I'm going to use my Instant Pot chuck roast with cola, which I know sounds kind of funny. At least I think it sounds kind of funny because it sounds funny to me. But the first thing that I need to do is saute or brown, not saute, my beef. And I have it on saute, which is why I said that. And I'm just going to spray it with some oil just to cover the bottom pretty good. And I have a 2-pound roast, and I just am going to plop this in here and let it brown up on all sides. While that's browning, I am going to show you the other ingredients. I need some garlic, some minced garlic, so I'm just using this in a jar. And then I also need a can of cream of soup. If I had cream of mushroom, that'd probably be best, but I have cream of chicken, so that's fine. You also need an envelope of onion soup mix. And then you also are going to need a 12-ounce container of sour cream. This is the light sour cream, which is just perfectly fine. You also need a small onion chopped, which I haven't gotten yet, I need to get, and a can or 12 ounces of Coca-Cola, which I know sounds very funny. So I'm going to get the things that I haven't gotten yet while this is browning, and I'll probably just turn it, so that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'll be right back. That's still browning. You can probably hear it sizzling. So while that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and empty my soup into a bowl. I'm going to turn this over to a different side. I'm going to use about 2 cloves of garlic, so I'm going to use the other end of this cool little thing and pull out a couple cloves, or what I think would be a couple cloves of garlic. I'm going to put, I have this Mirepoix blend, which is just onions, carrots, and celery, and I'm going to put some carrots in here anyway, so I figured that this will work out just fine. So I'm going to put about, I don't know, maybe a cup of this in there. And I'm just mixing all of this around. And then I also need to put my onion soup mix in here. So I just have 1 envelope of the onion soup mix. And I got this recipe from In the Kitchen with Betty, or Betty's Kitchen, I think it is, on YouTube. She's really sweet, and she makes some really great looking meals. So I'll link her below. Alright, so when you have that mixed up nicely, it's going to be really nice and thick, and that's okay. And this meat is not at all getting done, it's just getting browned, which makes for a tastier meal. I don't know the reasoning behind it, I just know that it works. Lots of times if you're putting something in the crock pot, that's a recommendation too, to brown it first. I don't always do it, but just making sure I have all this soup out. It seems like there's a lot still in here. Okay. Now I haven't ever done this in my Instant Pot, but I'm going to sure give it a whirl. I haven't actually ever done it before at all. It's supposed to go in the crock pot, but at least that's her recipe. But I figure we can make it work in the Instant Pot too. Had to get my Coke. Now this is a 16-ounce Coke, so that might be a little much, but actually the Instant Pot likes liquid, so I may just leave it at that. So now that my beef is browned on all sides, I'm just going to put it on there in the bottom, and I'm going to turn off the saute. I think, there we go. It's been a little bit since I've used this. Get rid of that. I'm going to, pull this back. So that's what's inside, is just the nice roast. I'm going to take this mixture and just put it all over the roast. And it's going to fall down the sides, and that's okay. And this is going to make a really nice gravy to go with your roast. Now I'm going to make some potatoes, or put some potatoes and carrots in with this, but I'm going to wait until I add the sour cream, which is going to be about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through. So I have all of that nice stuff just sitting right on top of my roast, and I'll show you. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Just looks delicious. And then I'm going to pour my pop over it, and it can be any kind of cola, but she did say that she wasn't sure if the diet would work, so I'm just going to pour this right on top, and I think I'm going to go ahead and use all of it, just because it's just an extra 4 ounces, or maybe 4.9 ounces. And since the Instant Pot likes liquid, I think it might be good. And I also think that I can just, make it, add some cornstarch if it's not quite warm or thick enough for me when I add the other ingredients. So that's all that goes into my Instant Pot right now. I am going to put the lid on it. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that you guys don't fall over. Okay, and I'm going to make sure that it is on steaming. And I'm just going to hit meat, and it's set for 35 minutes, so I'm going to lower that down to about 25, actually I'll do 23 minutes, and then we'll be back and I'll add the rest. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so it has come to ready or whatever, so I'm just going to release the pressure. Woo! And I have my carrots and potatoes in a bowl that I'm just rinsing, so I'm going to let get them out of the water. The same bowl, I didn't wash it or anything, I just rinsed it out, but I have my carrots and my potatoes in there, and then I have my sour cream ready. Actually not ready, I'm going to go ahead and get it ready. So the steam is getting out of that, and then once the steam is out, I'm going to take the meat out. And I will, let me turn it off. I'm going to take the meat out, and I'm going to slice that up, and we'll put it back in the Instant Pot with the potatoes and carrots and let it cook for a little longer. So I'm going to scoot this back again. open it now. And it looks good. I know you can't see it right yet. Let me show you. Yummy, yummy. So I'm just going to carefully try to take this meat out. And it's okay if it's not quite done yet. I'm going to need a fork. Just slice this. Into pretty nice sized servings. And then I'm going to add my sour cream to this bowl. And I'm adding all 16 ounces. And I'm going to give that a good zhuzh. And this helps thicken it up. It also is going to take some of the salt out. Any sort of milk or potatoes kind of does that. So the hopefully that will get some of the salt, because I'm sure it's pretty salty with the instant soup and the, whatever it's called, onion soup mix. Now I'm going to take my meat and add this back in. And then I'm going to add my potato and carrots. I'm just going to make sure all of those are nicely covered, and I'll show you guys. So everything's in there. So I'm just going to put it back on for about 10 more minutes, maybe 12, and then it should be done. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to let the steam out. Turning it off. We'll see how it does. Hopefully the potatoes and everything are done. I did put it for 12 minutes, so it cooked for a total of 24 plus 12, so 36 minutes, which is probably good. Especially since I sliced the meat too, that will make it cook a little faster. And I did slice the potatoes. I used baby carrots and then I sliced the potatoes. And I know that the Instant Pot cooks things a lot faster, and if you don't have to do things in two cycles like I did, because it doesn't start counting down until it comes to pressure. So this is a pressure cooker, so it has to come to pressure before it starts doing its countdown. So even though I put it on for 12 minutes, it probably took more like 20 minutes to finish that. So I started cooking this about an hour and a half ago when I started the whole filming. So just so you know, I mean, give yourself time to get it done. It's not instant, even though you're cooking it in the Instant Pot. I was actually thinking that we would eat around 6, and it's already 6:40, so we are not yet eating. And that's okay. I mean, it's a Saturday and it's fine. It's not a big deal, just so you guys know. And this steam will burn you if you are not careful. So when you're moving this, be sure that you keep your fingers far away from the actual steam, because this is very, very hot. I guess I should get out a plate. I just heard it pop down. So that means it's time to open it. Oh. It's boiling. Yummy looking. I'm hoping these potatoes are done. I'm just gonna see one. Oh yeah, they're way done. So everything is finished. I may need a little more corn, or I may need a little cornstarch in there. So, I think what I'm gonna do, trying to figure out the best way to do this. I might pull out the meat and the potatoes and put it in a platter. My son put dishes away, and you'd think, after living here for so long, that he would know where they all belong. But I'm not going to complain, because at least he puts them away. Right? So let's see. I'm going to get a slotted spoon and try to get this pretty close. At least get out most of it. Oh, it smells really good. This is a lot of roast. So there's definitely going to be leftovers. Well, bless you. That's my dog, Taz. He's over here because he smells the goodness and he thinks he's going to get something. That will probably be my piece of meat right there. Little. Might be good. I think there's still some carrots. Oh, there's another piece of meat in there still. I didn't see it. There's still a couple carrots. Okay, so there's that. And I think what I'm going to do is get out my cornstarch. I'm just going to take a little bit of this juice in a little, oh, whatever this is called, a little bowl. And let's see. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing if possible. Then I'm going to add some of this cornstarch. I don't even know how much, maybe 2 teaspoons is about all that is. And I thought I might take a whisk, but I think I'll just use this fork. Get that pretty good, and then I'm going to pour that right into this. Then I'll stir that up a little bit. Goodness, there's still a potato in there. There's still another potato in there. I'm going to leave that one in there because I think it has some of the cornstarch on it. And you could also put this on the stove and let it come to a boil, because things get their thickest when they're boiling, but I think that's all right. It's a little bit loose still, but I don't care. Now let's plate this up. So this is going to be my husband, so I'm going to give him a nice hunk of meat and some potatoes and carrots. He might even eat 2 hunks of meat, I don't know. That's probably enough carrot. Give him a little more potato. And I think I'll give him another slice of meat. And then I'm going to take the broth and just put some over. There's a potato in there, so I'll just give that to him. So here's his plate all plated up. The lighting is awful. There, that's better. Let me put this on the island now. Sorry guys, take you on a ride. There we go. So that's his plate. And then I need to make up my son's plate. This actually could be my son's too. It doesn't matter. Actually, I think that will be my son's because my husband is outside and I can see him saying that he's outside. So I'm gonna fix my plate and I'm gonna take, I don't know, I think I'll just take 1 carrot and this little piece of meat and some of this juice. And then I need a fork. So I'm just going to take a little piece of the meat, see how it tastes. It is very tender. You know, you don't need a knife or anything. That's really good. It's a little bit sweet though. I'm really kind of wondering how it would be with Diet Coke instead of regular Coke. It's not bad at all. It's good. It's a little too sweet for me though. But it tastes good. I think that I probably wouldn't put the extra sauce on here, I think I would just eat it as it comes. And it might be good if you mixed it with some potato and stuff too, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not interested in any potatoes right now. So there we go. That's dinner. I'd probably give it a solid B. Not one of my favorites, but it would definitely, I would make it again. So, but like I said, if I made it again, I might try Diet Coke just to see how that is. But I think it did very well in the Instant Pot. You could also do it in a crock pot for, a few hours. But yeah, I hope you try it. Thanks. Bye-bye.